So the United States of America president has banned so many countries from being given visas to come to America, including my own country. Sad. It's really sad. But then I have a whole lot to say anyways. Let's watch these videos. When we are back, right? I have so much to say. Do not take it seriously, right? This is educational and this is also for entertainment, right? But watch these videos and then come back and watch me say what I want to see. Let's go. Credit to those creators. Let's go.
Breaking news, Donald Trump has just banned 75 countries from entering the United States, including Pakistan, Afghanistan, Russia, Bangladesh, Lebanon, Somalia, Kuwait, Yemen, Morocco, Brazil, Egypt, Jamaica, Iran, Iraq, Nepal, Syria, Algeria, Nigeria, Albania, Antigua and Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bahamas, Barbados, Belarus, Belize, Bhutan, Bosnia, Myanmar, Cambodia, and all of the other countries there. Comment down below if your country's on the list.
Cannot believe what I am reading. Too many people are skipping over this. Marco Rubio just signed a ban on all legal visa processings. That's insane. Legal visa processing ban. So people who have been here for 10, 15, 5 years, who have been going through the system legally, have just been shut out. And it's not just a small ban. 75 countries, not 7, not 17, 75 countries. That's almost half the world. He just put a ban on. One man just put a signature down and put a ban on millions of people. This means college students, tech talent, nurses, professors, people who are coming to shape the country to be a better place. And he just slammed the door shut. And it's not a temporary ban, it's indefinite. So the administration can hold this off for years. Millions of people. Had this happened in the 90s, many of you wouldn't be here today. If this Trump administration put this ban in place in the 90s, this country would look completely different. This was once a country that was diverse. We thrived on diversity, inclusion, a melting pot. And Marco Rubio just put a ban on legal visa processings. That is insane. Do not skip over this headline.
U.S. citizens will not be able to bring their spouse to the United States if the spouse is from one of these 75 countries. I'm Latoya McBean-Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York. You might have already heard the devastating news that the administration has decided to pause the immigrant visa processing for your spouse. And you're probably scrambling and devastated, obviously thinking about the fact that you've done all of the right things, you've paid all of the fees, you've filled out all of those paperwork, you are probably just waiting now for an embassy interview date. Firstly, do not panic, okay? I know this is devastating, but do not panic. Number two, it's indefinite because the government has given some strange rationale for this pause, which will be challenged, guys. It will be challenged. And the rationale that they've provided is the fact that they would like to ensure that your spouse will not be a burden to the U.S. taxpayers. Your spouse will not come to the United States and benefit from our welfare system. But there's already a protocol and system and process in place to evaluate whether your spouse will in fact become a public charge, which is what it's called. You as the sponsor, you are the one who has said, I will be on the hook for my wife or my husband. I am going to be financially responsible for him or her. I meet the income requirements for that. So why should the government now pause the processing of your spouse's case on the basis of public charge? It makes 0 cents. So this will be challenged. If your spouse is a dual citizen and he or she applies for the visa under the nationality of a country that's not on this ban list, he or she will be able to get the visa. If your spouse has a tourist visa and periodically visits the United States to see you or for vacation, well, on the next trip or on any future trips, if that person changes his or her mind and decides to stay with you because family unity is key. Your spouse will be free to change his or her mind at that point and just change the case to an adjustment of status process.
Caribbean cousin, it's just been announced U.S. freezes all visa processing for 75 countries. And guess what? The Caribbeans are on that list. The only Caribbean country that is not on that list is Trinidad and Tobago. And your guess is good as mine. Such as Barbados, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, even Jamaica is on that list. Whew. Meaning, if you're coming to the U.S. as a permanent resident, your application has stopped because they want to do a thorough investigation to make sure whoever is coming into their country is not a burden on their system, which is right now overloaded. If you have any type of health care problem, such as diabetes, you're obese, you have cancer, you will not be coming into the country. Because the U.S. government right now, the system itself is overloaded. I'm saying those who are filing for you, make sure you have enough financial stability in order to take care of the person that you are filing. Because time is currently changing in the U.S. Follow me for more. I have a channel on YouTube called Caribbean Cousin.
First of all, look, if Trump don't want anybody to come to America, he should say it. Because at this point, it is too much. Today, visa restriction. Tomorrow, visa ban. This one, today, tariff imposed on this. Tomorrow, this. Now, he has done another thing. So, he has brought another ban on 25 African nations. And guess what? Ghana is included. Remember, some gullible people were saying that Ghana agreed to accept deportees from USC so that some restrictions and bans will not be imposed on them. Well, that's not the case. USA suspends visa processing from 26 African countries, including, so these are the countries. And as you can see, after the Gambia, Ghana is there. So Ghana is also affected by this visa processing thing. So this is the reason why USA is doing this. The US State Department is suspending immigrant visa processing for these 75 countries under the public charge rule. So 75 countries in total, 26 countries in Africa, including Ghana. These target nations where immigrants are more likely to rely on public benefits like welfare, aiming to reduce strain on US resources. Non-immigrant visa, you understand? You see, I just wish that Africa also have the balls to impose the same thing on America. But you know, our leaders, they can't do anything. Today, Trump visa, tomorrow this. Like, if Trump don't want people to enter America, he should say it. We are tired at this point. Today, you say you want to go to war with Iran. You want to go and take Greenland. You go to Venezuela. What is it? What is it? Are you the only person to become president of America before?
Never again do I want to hear a Republican say, we don't have a problem with immigration, we just have an issue with illegal immigration. The Trump administration just announced that they will be suspending all immigrant visa processing from 75 different countries. Here is the entire list of countries affected. Note Albania, which comes up second on this list. Fun fact, they actually have a substantially lower homicide rate than the United States. It's actually true, though, of multiple countries on this list. Not that the Trump administration would care about a silly little detail like that. But you know, Somalia also shows up on this list, which is weird because Kristi Noem also said today, country conditions in Somalia have improved to the point that it no longer meets the law's requirement for temporary protected status. Allowing Somali nationals to remain temporarily in the United States is contrary to our national interests. So apparently, Somalia is bad enough where we can't have any immigration visas from there, but it's good enough where all the refugees that are currently here have to leave. When people say cruelty is almost a point, I really feel that right now. Also, because of the World Cup, I've seen a lot of people saying that this will impact that, but I just want to clarify that this does not apply to tourist visas. That's not me saying that this is less bad, I just don't want people saying incorrect information.
Since 1996, every immigrant who enters the United States with a green card is blocked from federal benefits for 5 full years, with only one narrow exception. a true emergency, life or death situation where someone literally is going to die on the street. And that rarely ever happens. That means when you come to the US with a green card, you get no Medicaid, you get no food stamps, you get no cash assistance. And even after those 5 years, most benefits require a long U.S. work history. Now let's talk about family-based immigration because that's who it's really going to hit. Spouses of U.S. citizens, children of U.S. citizens, parents of U.S. citizens. Almost every family-based immigrant needs an affidavit of support. That's a legally binding contract. A U.S. sponsor promises to support that immigrant financially. And if the immigrant ever receives any means-tested public benefits, the government could demand repayment from that sponsor immediately. Not from the immigrant, but from the sponsor. So if we were really talking about preventing access to welfare, the solution is obvious. Enforce the current laws against the sponsors. So let's be very clear. The system already prevents people from becoming public charges. It's built into the law. It's been built into the law for 30 years. So this ban is not about fixing a loophole because there is no loophole. This is a punishment. It's anti-immigrant. It's politics dressed up as public charge enforcement. Let me know what you think in the comments because I just told you exactly what the law is. The visa ban that you hear in the news is a pause. It is not a permanent ban. It's not ending everybody's case. And it's only for people who are outside of the United States for their green cards, not their visas, not their tourist visas. Also importantly, it's not for adjustment of status. So if you are already in the United States and are adjusting your status, this ban doesn't apply to you as well. Lastly, just being reported in the news, there has not been any State Department cable or memo or press release, nothing. So until we know more, let's not panic.
It's so heartbreaking. It's heart-wrenching. But one thing I noticed about this particular, ban is that it's not even making it to the news as it should. It's not really making it to the news as it should. Maybe I'm the only one who is even worried about it. To be honest, it is not even trending as it should, and that goes to say so much. People are even really not even that bothered about coming to America like they used to in the past. This is my own opinion, because if people are so bothered about coming to America like that, this would have raised a whole lot of issue, especially here in Africa. They would have wanted to start banning, America to, so many countries too would have taken up so many, But I think with what is going on in America right now, people are even boycotting. People are boycotting. It's just people like me that is angry. Since I saw this news, my heart has been broken. I'm like, how do I even attend? How do I attend Black American home parties? How do I eat soul food? Black American soul food. I wanted to come to Atlanta. I wanted to come to Mississippi. I wanted to come to Louisiana. A whole lot. How do I come to the cookouts? That has been my pain. That has been worrying. Or would I say so worrisome to me? Look at my eye, I even feel like crying. Sometimes I feel like, so these friends I've made here, does it mean I'm not going to visit their country? These people I love so much, I talk so much about, does it mean I'm not going to see them anymore? It's so painful, I won't lie. I feel so bad about it. But then, I don't know, what do you think? What are your thoughts in the comments, right? How do I come to America? A whole lot of you are saying, BJ, I want you to come to America. I have a place for you in my home in America. But look at it right now. I can't even come. My country has been banned as well from coming to America. What do you think I should do? How do we do that? I've not had, soul food. I've not attended a cookout before, which is very important to me. I haven't run when I see Black people running. I wanted to experience those things. What do I do? It's so heartbreaking, to be honest. It's so heartbreaking. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Right, do not forget my name is BJ on Global Gist with BJ. I will be putting on my, at the end of this video in the description, you have my WhatsApp link there, right? I want to do that for a specific reason. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.